Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Pour here on a Monday. And it is Barnes and Michael once again. Matthew on the way. What's going on, brother?
Dude, nothing, chilling, man. Love is in the air. Post Valentine's weekend. Happy to be here. Happy to be back talking sports.
How was your weekend?
Good, dude. Went to a flea market. Got a Dream is Free guest.
Oh, really?
From it, dude. Photographed Vietnam War.
Vietnam War vet.
No, I don't think he's a vet. I don't know.
Wait, so say that again. So
he photographed the war. Like, he was a photographer.
So is he like in his 90s?
He's, I don't know, late 70s, early 80s.
Okay, it seemed like he's hanging in there okay?
Oh, yeah, he's
sharp as a tack.
Young whippersnapper.
That's awesome.
Also went to a dinosaur museum in New Haven, the Peabody. Shout out the Peabody Museum.
Okay, yeah, way back when, field trips, growing up.
Yep.
You know, I guess it's a Connecticut thing to take trips there.
Definitely. And it's been renovated since then, Barnes, so maybe go there.
Yeah, because it was obviously like
because you love museums so much.
25 years ago.
Also did, what did we do for, we did Finn.
Finn, yes.
Downtown Fairfield.
In Fairfield, because there's one in Stanford, too. Sushi, and I think you can get kitchen items. I don't know if they have hibachi.
Big portions.
Big portions.
Also did,
what'd you get there?
I got Connie salad, spicy edamame.
There we go. Spicy edamame. I could just going with that.
I forgot the other stuff that was there, but also sushi, obviously. And then we did Little Goose for dessert.
A Little Goose for dessert.
Yeah.
Brownie sundae?
They had specials, so we got this like cranberry. Matt would have liked it. Cranberry bread pudding type thing, and then I don't know what I forgot the name of them, but they're like fried balls basically with Nutella on the side.
Nutella, oh wow.
Melted or whatever. And then went bowling, you saw.
Yes.
Which I want to talk about a little because the third and final game is the one I sent the photo of. And I don't know if you saw the score.
Wait, I was so confused by that though with the name. What were the
so Tommy Oliver is the Green Ranger.
Okay.
Scoot is Jillian's nickname.
Oh,
so,
okay.
You know,
dude, I was so confused.
Like,
who's playing?
Yeah,
like, is this some random game?
Yep.
Like, I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, so my last game, the one I sent a photo to, and, Ernie and Josh should be scared if they ever want to battle, Kev Do, all of them. No frame less than 9 pins.
Wow.
So, and no bumpers. I don't need to spin the ball. I'm accurate. Straight on, baby. Okay. And no, I don't do this. It's just pure athleticism, Barnes. Okay. These dudes practice and they got their spins and they got their balls and they got their gloves and, cleaning products and all this. No. Just pure athleticism. You guys don't stand a chance against us.
And yeah, I see you doubled up score-wise. Tommy over.
Yeah. She was struggling a little bit. She was trying to, I don't know. I told her if you need the bumpers, and she's like, I was like, all right.
Yeah.
But looked like she did. What about you? What'd you do?
So really, me and Sam went to Louis in Greenwich. Awesome. I've been wanting to try this because I've seen it pop up at Polici's, another restaurant in Stanford. But the short rib ravioli, and it was in like an Alfredo sauce. So good, honestly, complete fire. So that was great. And then for dessert at home, we had Rice Krispie treats and sugar cookies with the frosting.
Homemade or
Homemade.
Oh wow, who made them?
Actually, I did. How about
Shut
that?
the heck up.
Well, I never make anything. I never
What?
cook. I eat out every day of my life.
Wow,
So
I'm
dessert,
actually impressed. I'm
Well-
really impressed.
well, dessert is always something that I've been able to handle.
Okay.
But yeah, so I was able to do that. So yeah, that was a nice night. We just relaxed after that.
Did you watch a movie or something, a show?
So yes, so we're watching The Lincoln Lawyer. I don't know if you've seen that. It's on Netflix.
Tony would,
Yeah.
it's his
But
thing.
then he would say, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, we watched some episodes of that. That was great. And then actually unrelated to that, but yeah, and then actually, Friday, Matt came over for a little bit, and actually he went to his family in Westchester. So last night he just came over for an hour, played Madden, legendary game we could talk about. He won. He broke a losing streak against me, so he's riled.
Oh, wow.
But I know Tony would get a kick out of this. But I just late last night finished Suits.
Okay.
You know how you always
I
miss
love
that
Suits.
network television.
Yeah,
all that.
no, I
So
like
you watched
Suits.
it through and through?
I don't know if I've seen it through. It was a while ago that I
It was ended in 2019.
was there ever a change in the main guy?
Well, people left, but there was some of the main characters stayed. But
The main guy though.
the main guy, well, because Harvey Specter is the guy. He's in every episode.
Hold on a sec. Let me
So-
just make sure we're watching the same thing here.
Yeah, that one. Is that it or no? Those people.
Meghan Duchess.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know
Meghan
she-
Markle?
Yeah, I didn't know she was in it.
Or are you thinking maybe this is something?
No, dude. I
Something
guess I'm
different.
thinking. Yeah, different show. I guess.
So you never saw this? Because Tony always says the USA Network and all that.
What was
stuff.
what's the plot of this?
The plot is Mike Ross is a lawyer at the firm, but the first episode shows
No, different. Yeah, different.
Yeah, that he was hired and he's not a lawyer and he was just evading police with marijuana and somehow he turns into one of the top attorneys in the
Yeah, it's realistic.
in New York City, and then he gets disbarred and goes to jail and all this stuff. Crazy stuff. But yeah, Tony hates it. I don't know. I liked it. There's a couple of spin-offs I'm gonna watch. I don't know. I thought it was a good show.
Nice.
And then I'm thinking Succession will be my next. Have you seen that one or no?
No.
I've heard good things. I think I've tried to watch an episode before, and
It's
then
impressive. You're branching out.
finally this call hung up, so I should be okay there. And then of course someone said, "Oh, call me, you get a minute." But you know what? A minute's gonna have to be an hour. Hopefully it doesn't affect the job. Maybe if there's a lane, I'll call back. But anyway, yeah. So that was really of course the person trying to call back. It's enough. I tried. It didn't work. Whatever. But yeah, that was pretty much the weekend. Such a weird time with the Olympic hockey break and then the NBA All-Star break and then spring training not starting till Friday. So you're left with college basketball. UConn gutted it out against Georgetown, which I wanted to mention. But and then the golf. Watched a ton of the golf. And I've been trying to save that for the end of the show because I feel like it just sometimes, people watching always talking golf and they just run for the hills.
Right.
But it was great. And like I said, I'll get into it. But Morikawa winning for the first time in 3 years. That was awesome. And these conditions, Tony, which we heard from, I'm trying to think, that was Nance and Romo. They were doing a lot of that with Nance, go figure, yesterday at Pebble Beach. But like I said, we'll talk about it. Bunch of comments to get to if we want to start there.
Yeah, so Don is saying good morning with 50 emojis here.
Yes, riled. She always asks me, what time is the show? This morning early, told her, because she's big military time at work, told her 1,200 hours,
Wow.
be there, Donna, no discussion.
Wow. And this time it wasn't me that we were late. A couple minutes, by the way, folks. What's good, guys? Give a shout out to the home inspector I'm training, Walt Philly.
Hey, Walt.
Walt Philly, what's going on? He's an Eagles fan.
Just be a Yankee fan, and then you're good in our book.
Sixers also. Josh B saying, yo, what up, fam? Matthew Gabriel saying, let's go. Show looks great, boys. Great cuts, Mike. No spin. I feel attacked. Well, dude, it's okay. I'm just saying,
No. And honestly, for me, anyway, I know he was talking about what you said, but I was actually having a discussion. Finally, Josh B. out of the woods yesterday. Corporate America's had him bogged down. Or maybe was it yesterday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. But I was just asking just about the whole spin thing and if I could get it down. And he was saying, just making adjustments in golf, same thing. But I was saying
it's tough.
And I I mentioned it because of what you had sent us, and I just somehow bowling came up. And we're talking about how we all got to go bowling, and I was like, yeah, it'd be fun. Like I wouldn't feel like oh, I need to like try to compete with you. Obviously, I'm not going to compete with you, but I'm fine with like kind of almost. It's really similar to you. Like if I got 135, especially first game, I would be like, okay, like this is good. Like I don't even know if I've ever gotten 200 before. I feel like I've gotten like 180. So for me, it was always like start with 100. Work your way up from there.
Yeah, of course. Would you shoot that game 135, right?
Yes, 135.
Yes, 135. You want zero smoke, guys. LMAO. Same way we don't want Mike on the court. You don't want us in the lanes. I mean, I appreciate that. I just think it would be a fun night out. And to throw in the competition is just always fun. I haven't bowled in 3 years. Josh is slacking. In everything, really. Ernie sucks bowling balls, Tony says. Did you make all the spares? You know, Josh, I didn't. I don't know. It's weird, guys, because even Jillian was saying she thinks like something's going on with the lanes or whatever. And we were competing. You know, I was talking junk. She was trying to distract me and stuff and doing stuff I can't say on air while I was up bowling and couldn't see. So, you know, you paint the picture in your mind. But, I mean, I would be dead on for getting the spare, and let's say there's two behind each other and it hit the one in front, wouldn't get both. I'm just like, what the hell is going on with that? So that happened often. So, but no less than 9 pins, like each frame. So I was happy with it. You know, we were doing the extreme bowling with like the lights and the music and you know, it was a fun time. And I just think it would be a fun, you know, night out for the DTV TCA crew. So we definitely have to organize that, especially wintertime. And by the way, you know, I don't know what it is over there, but over here at Nutmeg Bowling, Tony knows it's the traditional pins without the strings or whatever. So, a lot of 8-1s, LOL. Yeah, Josh, okay? You know, come talk to me when you've bowled in the last, you know, year. All right, buddy? But what was I going to say? Gosh. Got it. It slipped my mind. Regardless. $50 all you could bowl. When was this? Friday, Saturday night? I don't remember. One of those nights. For, you know, how many people are in a lane? It's $50. That's it. All you could bowl. Donna, wow. High score, 188. That's impressive. How much was the bowling? I just told you. $50, dude. Do they have rock and bowl? I don't know. They have like extreme bowling with like the lights. No, Josh. For the whole night, $50. So like I paid, it was like shoes included, $50. I could have bowled till 1 a.m. from 7:30. $50 for that lane. And if there's like, you know, I don't know how many people are allowed in a game for a lane, $50. No, it's not. Yeah, see, no, this is modern day now. They're playing modern music. Sometimes they had some like 90s jams going, which was nice. Nice, Josh. Yeah, so I mean, what do you... I don't know. No, he probably can. He's, you know... 6. So yeah, picture this. 6 lanes. I mean, 6 people in a lane, $50 for the whole crew. So you get a couple lanes, it's $150 for 3.
Wait, so just wind it back 1 sec. So
winding it back.
Yes. No, just prices. Like, what are we talking?
$50.
Nutmeg. Okay.
$50.
Yep.
For the whole night.
For 1 lane.
For 1 lane the whole night.
Unlimited bowlers.
Unlimited.
Wow.
Come on.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Josh, I don't want to hear the excuses.
Yeah.
You're making your way down and the oil, the Earl, right? The Earl's the problem. Come on, Josh.
I mean, I think that's a fair price. I guarantee you Jersey prices are different. Totally different.
And, you know. But it'd be interesting to see, you know, what he has to say about that. You know. That is for sure. One thing I was just thinking of, you know, while Matt's not here, you know, take advantage of stuff that he, you know, doesn't like to talk about. Did you did you watch any of All-Star Weekends?
I watched I got my guy Armani Buckets.
Yes.
Who recaps the stuff. I saw it was somewhat competitive, the All-Star games. Was there an All-Star MVP?
Yeah, and I guess that's what Donna said. I didn't watch it at all.
Okay.
I listen to this, how the NBA is falling. I used to be all about All-Star games, this and that.
Yeah.
Remember, like LeBron and Kobe
Yeah.
matchups? I was watching the University of San Francisco playing University of San Diego and Butler versus Seton Hall in lieu of the All-Star games.
Wow,
Yes.
that's pretty sad. Where the NBA
The league has come.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dunk contest was embarrassing.
I saw the winning dunk, and everyone's like, "Are you kidding me?" It looks like somebody warming up for a game, like just nonchalantly.
It was so
But
lame, dude.
and I don't know if I mentioned this to you on Friday. I forget because I was talking to Colin yesterday about this because he's big into basketball. But I feel like it's so easy because at the end of the day, what makes the world go around? It's money. Dunk contest, All-Star game, all that stuff. Just up the purse, the reward. That's how you fix it, right? Because if money's on the line, people are caring about it. Imagine too, I don't want to hear the NBA crying wolf, this and that. If the slam dunk contest champion gets $10 million, you're telling me you're not going to get some bigger names?
Oh yeah, definitely.
$10 million for a dunk contest?
Well, then what would the All-Star game purse be?
The All-Star, you gotta, but you know what? To fix it, you gotta pay. And that's just what it is. So I would think winning team, each player gets $1 million, and then the losing team gets nothing. How about that?
Yeah, I like that. There you go.
Yeah.
3-point contest was cool. Dame Lillard winning.
Yes.
We were joking that like, how's he in it? And then he wins.
Yeah. And I saw a couple quick highlights. Like, can you almost not even tell? I know it's different because he's just kind of shooting around. He's not like trying to.
I think he
stuff.
must be close to being back.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna play this year, but
and there he is. And then did you see any of the other contests, the shooting stars or anything?
I did not.
I
Are they
didn't
doing
catch that.
skills challenge anymore? Or no.
No, they
I
went
saw
back
some
to
of the
shooting
one-on-one
stars.
women's highlights. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, the women played one-on-one,
Mhm.
and people are saying like, the men should do that.
Yeah. No, an Ant was saying it actually.
Yeah.
Which
And-
I think would be great. And again,
Did you see your boy Kawhi?
I heard that he dropped a
30-something
bunch
points
of
in 15 minutes.
I heard Wemby was barking, setting up plays, this and that. How are you? So yeah, I mean, money's got to fix it. I mean, that's what it is. At the end of the day, and it's interesting too. Josh was saying we could definitely get good prices on bowling here. If you wouldn't mind, Josh. I mean, what are we talking? How does that compare to what Mike was talking about? And then also, Ernie says Lagrange will be a stud.
Who's that?
That is Carlos, and I think he actually pronounced his name. I saw something on Twitter yesterday, and it's like Lagrange or something like that. I'll have to pull up the video, which actually, since Matt is here, is a good segue to go to the world of Major League Baseball.
What a play! Drop it. Yep. And Alonso cracks one. The Mets win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeouts.
Drilled deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
Right, all right. So this MLB segment is brought to you by Velvet Llama, premium canned cocktails crafted by NYC bartenders with a playful spirit. Enjoy their award-winning espresso martini with Italian espresso and chocolate notes, the crisp Moscow Mule with Nigerian ginger, or the spicy margarita with organic agave and jalapeno. These ready-to-drink treats are made with the finest ingredients. Grab yours at velvetllama.com and ride the smooth wave with Velvet Llama. So yeah, here we are. Finally, we will get underway here in spring training on Friday. Yankees playing at 1:00 against the Baltimore Orioles, and that is going to be at their facility. So the Yankee home opener the following day, Saturday, obviously at George M. Steinbrenner Field. But the Orioles' home is at Ed Smith Stadium in Sarasota. And like we said, Matt here now, so of course,
Let's go.
we got to
dude.
talk some Yanks, dude.
Yeah, but also too. So I was listening on the way in.
Yes.
It sounds like, dude, Mike, that was a solid Valentine's Day.
Yeah, no, it was a good time.
That sounds dope. Everything with the bowling, dude. That 9 pins every time.
Yeah. 135.
I know.
That's what you sign up for.
That is,
No, that's
just
sick.
being, a pure athlete. This is something a lot of people can't do, Matt. Like these guys need to practice. They need to do this
It
whole
has
thing.
to be the
I gotta
spin.
say, dude, when I was younger, I was better.
What did you
Like,
remember? What
you
you
probably
used to
played
get?
more. You probably played more.
Yeah, true. But
Do you
I don't
remember
know.
what you
we'll
used
have
to
to
get?
see. No,
Dude,
maybe
and
like
also,
130s.
Because I know Pooch used to be
Nine,
obsessed with
115.
going like the dollar games at Willie. Did we
Dude,
used to
that
do
was
that?
insane.
We used to do that a little bit, right?
A little bit.
But I think I went more with him.
A little
like
bit.
You came
and then
sometimes.
and then I went one time like 2016, so we were gone, but it was like with like UConn people. or whatever.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't even remember the last time bowling was, but that was that would be sick, Mike, to do that as like a thing, as an outing.
Oh yeah, no, we're definitely gonna do that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Ernie just sent a video. No bowling practice. Blah blah. I
What,
don't want to hear.
him?
It. You guys have your own balls. You guys
Yeah.
tickle
Well,
each
Tony
other
does
when
too,
you're in the
right?
lane. And you
Yeah,
guys
Tony
have probably
does.
bowled. I mean, a million times more than we
Yeah.
have.
I mean, dude, the last time I went bowling, I think we were together. Like it had to be something like that. I don't remember the last time I was bowling.
I feel like I went bowling with you. Like I don't know, but it was probably must have been 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago. I remember it was dark in there.
Yeah, and then I feel like maybe I went like a couple years ago to where in Stanford, dude, the raceway place,
with the
kind of
go-karts?
by yeah.
I never
RPM,
went there.
I think, or whatever.
Yeah, but I've heard about it. Somebody was mentioning that last week.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro. My last I sucked. I really did.
I'm usually kind of.
I think I was like pulling it.
I'm usually like pretty similar to Mike.
know.
Like 130 is probably around an average.
Well, we got to go soon.
Yeah.
Also, the other thing I took away from the intro monologue, I should probably watch Suits. I guess. Well, Mike, you said you
I
thought
haven't
you
seen
saw
it. I haven't seen it. I
wonder
thought I
what
did.
show
I
you're
think you'd
thinking.
like
I know.
it.
I gotta.
I've seen a few because my parents watched it.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, and I'm actually watching Mad Men right now,
Wait, what's that?
which is dude, it's based in the 50s, and it was on AMC when it was on TV.
Oh, by the way, because I was just looking at this. My bad, not to interrupt. I was looking at this for the last 5 minutes, and I didn't know this, but it's Carlos Lagrange.
Lagrange.
Lagrange. But the
The
whole
G
time I'm
is
talking
silent.
Lagrange, and it's
Lagrange.
Lagrange.
Well, yeah, but
But yeah, just wanted to get that out. there.
no. What was I?
No, just about your parents watching.
No.
something
And then I was
that
saying
you're
I'm watching Mad Men.
What's Mad Men?
It's based in the 50s, like in New York City on Madison Ave, like the advertising agency guys.
Okay, gotcha.
And it's just like the typical 1950s like guys on Madison Ave, like
Coke. And all
yeah,
that.
drinking.
Yeah.
Not even Coke, really. Just
Really?
a lot of drinking and
A lot
cigarettes.
of drinking. Oh, Tony.
A lot
would
of drinking and
thrived in that
cigarettes, dude.
environment. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But anyway, so yeah, no, it sounds like you guys both had a good Valentino
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I was saying, it's just crazy that here we are.
And also
so
too, they
close
don't,
to
they definitely
Friday.
don't want for hoops. They don't
No.
want that.
No.
They don't want that.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
The TCA guys.
No, they were being respectful.
Wait,
was
when
saying-
did when did they say it? Or
Well, he
just-
said,
No.
he was saying like how they don't want us on the court. We don't want them in the lanes.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Which no, that's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's
Also,
fair.
you know what I was gonna say? Because then with the balls and the Earl and all that stuff, it's like
The
it's
Earl.
the same thing. How Josh
Yeah,
always
the oil in the
complains.
lanes.
How Josh always complains with the Mario Kart that he doesn't have the right cars and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Same thing, Josh. Same thing. So just keep it in perspective.
Mario Kart's sick.
Dude, should we
Dude,
just play Kurt?
Yeah, you.
No,
you
and
never-
honestly, it wasn't that I didn't like Mario Kart. It was that I was just terrible. But I was
Yeah.
always better at the original Mario Kart, to be honest.
on N64.
Yeah. For some reason, I feel like with this one, like I'm falling off the track and all that shit, and it's just like, yeah. And I don't have like the speed on my fingers,
I mean, dude, we ripped Mario Kart on the Switch, Mike, for a
It's a
while
good time.
there. Yeah.
It really is. What the fuck is it?
really dope.
And then I'm sure you heard me mention it quickly, but
Talk to me.
the Madden game last night.
Yeah, dude.
Talk to us
finally,
about it.
bro. No, I mean, like, so I was
One-score game. Yeah.
Atlanta,
Yep.
and you were Tampa Bay.
Yes.
So an NFC South matchup, dude.
Yes.
Dude, you know what was the biggest difference? Kind of, I think, was I ran the ball. I feel like more than I threw it.
Yes.
Usually I do the opposite.
Yeah, you didn't get in trouble with the long ball.
Usually I drop back to pass and this and that, but it was a really good balance. And it was Cousins. Cousins was the QB. It wasn't
Yes.
Penix.
Yep. Bijan obviously nasty.
must have had like 175 yards or something, like 20 carries, maybe something like that. And then, dude, the kicking meter finally got that down pat, because that's been a problem the last every time.
Yeah.
Like the meter, click it, where it's supposed to end up on the kickoffs and field goals and extra points and whatever. And dude, and it would always drift.
Right.
Like,
and then
I hit it at the spot, but then it would just keep going.
Right. And then what would
And I
you?
would
To
chunk
me, I feel like I look at it as like, just trying to describe it, but it's like you have to hit it maybe a half second early. Of where
but
you
dude,
think it would be.
But then after I scored the touchdowns, it was very slow.
Well, no, that's because
And-
it's a short field goal. It
All
does
right.
a different speed for kickoffs
Okay.
for longer field goals. That's
All
why.
No, but anyway, no, it was dope game, back and forth.
Yeah. Was it
And-
28-21?
No, it
It
was,
was 35-28.
yeah, 35-28.
Yeah.
And dude, yeah, high scoring, back and forth.
And then I was trying to think-
not a lot of picks.
Did I
On
at
either
the
side.
end though? Was that a pick or I just turned it
No.
over on downs?
No, but no, remember you
Oh, it was
caught
down
it
at
at
the
the
1
yard
Oh,
line. Barnes caught it at the
yes, I
1 yard
forgot
line.
about that.
And
No
but
timeouts.
he had no timeout.
It was
so the
6
clock
seconds
ran
left,
out.
and then it was the turbo clock.
I think, what did we throw? Like maybe like 1 or 2 picks each.
Yeah.
Right.
And there was at the end of the half, and then I had to pick 6, and it was just like
It wasn't.
this-
It wasn't a sloppy game. It was
No.
a nice game.
yeah,
And
it was.
no, I was glad to win, because Barnes has been beating my ass for like a long time, like kind of like years, maybe, I think.
Yeah, no, that was very well played.
I'll tell you what though, dude, I'm in a derby slump, Mike.
Yeah.
I can't
Really?
hit it
yeah,
for shit.
And you were always by
I think
far
I'm just
the
in a
best.
slump
Oh, yeah,
with the
he was.
show,
But you know what I
dude,
think,
in
though?
general,
But you
because
know-
I'm in a slump with my guy. I'm striking out like
No.
constantly, dude.
Wait, but dude, Schmitty's having a tough
It's
time.
terrible. No, it's embarrassing. I don't even want to play it anymore.
No. But honestly, though, I feel like too, and I think what hurt you for the
Embarrassing.
Derby is that Jackson's not in it. Because I feel like you were always Reginald. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
no.
I think you've
Took
kind
Reggie
of
Jackson out.
drifted from Griffey a little bit too. I feel like Griffey you were always good with too.
Well, I don't want to other people want to use them too.
Yeah,
I don't want to
but-
be an
I
asshole.
mean, I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things. There's so many options when you're doing
Yeah,
a 2-person,
I know.
2 each. Like, you could do whatever. So,
So, dude, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. But then we played NHL, and I had a good night with the video games.
Yeah. 1-0,
the gaming.
and I don't know, maybe it was a wrist shot from like
It was a
30,
wrister.
40, and it was Penguins Rangers, was it?
Penguins Rangers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
1-0.
I was the Penguins. Rangers.
And then that thing kept, and I know if Tony's listening, that thing ended up like coming up where I'm trying to shoot it, but then it's asking me to try to change my lines, and then I can't
I didn't see
use
that.
the buttons. Yeah, no, because it's happened to me before. I don't know why. I don't know if it was that controller, dude. And that's why it was like, what is this guy doing? And then I have to use the analog stick, which I'm not as good with, the deking. I don't want to talk about it. But listen, it happens. But that was fun.
Good time.
And yeah, I really want to get, even though everyone's been kind of ripping like the graphics and all this stuff.
For what?
The new show. Like I want to get, but it's just like I need a new system and all that stuff. So, but I definitely want to get that soon because I love the show. Like the franchise with the Yankees is sick, playing every game and like making your moves and stuff. So I definitely want to do that. And then this is obviously a very old doc. But last night we watched The House of Steinbrenner. I thought that was solid, right?
No, dude, it's dope.
Freddie
I've seen it a
Says-
few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's anything with like, obviously anything with the Yankees, but just like documentaries like that are dope. And that one's from
20, I feel like it's 2008
11?
to 2011, something like that. Oh, that's when it came out, right.
Yeah,
But I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah.
it covered kind of like 2008,
it was
2011.
the
A lot
end
about
of the
end of the
stadium.
Steinbrenner area, end of the George era, and then end of the stadium.
Yeah.
So I think it's something Josh would like to because that's
30
you know,
for 30.
That's really what's created the way Josh is now with the Yankees because he just thinks about those days. And until we get those days, you know, we're not going to get a different different attitude.
Yeah, well, and the fans were saying that in the documentary.
Yeah. But overall, that was good. And then also, you know, the what was it? Oh yeah, we watched the Armando Galarraga E60, and everybody remembers
that was
as
cool.
the infamous perfect game that wasn't a perfect game. Jim Joyce blowing the call, and I made this comment in the chat, but I don't know if Cole missed it or Josh didn't see it. I didn't mention Josh's name, even though I should, because he's always the one harping on that. But I was saying for the true baseball fans that it's a good doc to watch. But that was interesting.
Yeah, it was.
For sure.
That was good.
And just also too, before we continue on, Donna saying they're all heavy smokers on Mad Men. Josh says, I don't make excuses in golf except I suck. LMAO.
The other thing too, I really can't wait for golf.
Yeah, golf.
I'm really excited about
golf. Is around the corner. I can't wait to play in Florida. That's gonna be sick. And then Ernie also says, I think me and Josh can take the 3 in bowling, but get that out of here, Ernie. That's like me saying I could take you in golf. Like, no shit. Like, what are we talking about here? You know?
I still want to do it.
I still want to do it.
No,
but yeah, give us 100 pins and then maybe we'll talk about it.
100 pins.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. But on to the important stuff here. So with the Yankees, like we said, the opener Friday against Baltimore. A couple of things that I'm excited about, and me and Matt were talking about them last night. The first was this news came out over the weekend, but Carlos Rodon was saying how much better he feels now versus the last couple years, that he's had a problem with his elbow, that he's pitched through, and last year, he didn't want to be shut down because he had a really good year.
I got the
in the
show.
low threes. Burn notice.
White collar.
Oh, white collar. I never seen white collar. I do know burn notice though.
Damn, I was trying so hard to get that.
That's why I knew that's what you're looking at.
Yeah.
But he was saying that his elbow hurt so bad last year that he could not button his shirt. And it's kind of crazy. He had, his best year as a Yankee. Obviously, the playoffs didn't work right. But it's just like it made me feel so much optimism because I think all of us Yankee fans have been a little down on Rodon. It started out awful, with the blowing the kisses to the fans and the 6 ERA the first year. And then it's gotten better the last 2 years. But the playoffs, which is, why you pay a pitcher, I think we gave him $120 million to come play for you, is to perform in the playoffs. He hasn't. I think his ERA is in the 5s in the playoffs. But I am definitely cautiously optimistic about Rodon, and especially the fact that at full strength, he's our 4-starter. So it's not like the pressure is going to be on him. So I think there, is an opportunity that he could have, a sneaky good year and be an important pitcher for us.
Yeah, that's obviously like kind of a nice thing to hear because he was solid last year and he had all that going on. With the elbow.
Yeah, it's like, how do you have a 309 and you can't button your shirt?
Yeah, no, that's insane. So, I mean, you would think that now you can only imagine that he's healthy and he had the surgery done and he's going to be ready to go, I think, probably before Cole, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I would say
like
give or take, he's probably a month ahead of Cole.
Yeah.
So they're saying, late April or the first week of May. Obviously, you don't want to rush it. And we have guys, like a Warren and a Heel and a Weathers who are going to fill in while him and Cole are, missing some time. But, yeah, I mean, the fact is, he was an 18-game winner last year with a 3.09 ERA, gave him 195 innings. He's made 65 starts the last 2 years. But, of course, what you're always measured by on a big contract is the playoff performance. And, unfortunately, his ERA in the playoffs of the Yankees is a 6.92. He's 1-2 in 6 starts and has given up 31 hits and 20 runs in 26 innings. So obviously those numbers aren't good. I think he was okay against Boston and then just got lit up in that Game 3 performance that I was at that luckily Judge saved his ass. But that's the thing, and there's so many things. I mean, it's playoffs. Having success in the playoffs, you have to have the perfect storm. But that's the thing. But luckily for us, with those numbers, obviously that doesn't give you confidence. But if everything goes right, and we're in the ALCS, really the whole playoffs. Obviously, you want to get to the World Series. He's making 2 starts for us, so it's like we don't even need him to be that much. And I just feel like we were at a disadvantage last couple of years because you're counting on him to be your 2-starter. But the difference between him as your 2 and him as your 4 is unbelievable.
Yeah, no, it's all the difference. I mean, yeah, dude. I just want him to, I definitely get a little nervous with him. I think a lot of other Yankee fans do. But if he again, last year was solid, and if
Yeah.
he obviously had the injury, and he was still dope.
Yeah. So we just want to see it in October,
so-
obviously.
Yeah, man. And I mean, so wait, so last year, how many strikeouts did he have?
I think 100 and
203.
Oh, right. Yeah, 203 and 195 innings.
So 200. Yeah. So
More than
dude,
a
I mean
strikeout in an inning.
that's wild. Yeah, he so this hopefully if it all lines up like it should, it'll probably be his best year
yeah.
as a Yankee.
Yeah, and you know what else was
need
encouraging?
that.
Obviously,
at the beginning.
Yes, very important. You wanted to come out the gate strong. But he really got back to his old ways with the home runs because in 2024 he let up 31 homers in only 175 innings. Last year, he pitched 195 innings, only gave up 22 home runs. So it's great him keeping in the ballpark. I mean, you think about his standout season, which earned him the contract that he has with the Yankees right now. 2022 with the Giants, he only gave up 12 homers in 178 innings, and then you think
that's
about
wild.
he almost tripled that in 2024. And I think also it's just encouraging that he also last year pitched 20 more innings in pretty much the same amount of starts. So he was going deeper into the games, giving up less home runs. And I think the one thing you want to just watch out for is the walks. Those did increase by 16 last year. Obviously, 20 more innings, but still, that's something you want to keep down as much as you can. So I feel like that's encouraging. And then I think I had sent this in a different group chat because I think it was this morning. So obviously you didn't see it. But basically that they are anticipating because how he looks at camp so far, and the Yankees need to have some stronger guys past that top four that we keep talking about. Of Bednar, of Hill, of Rodon, and of Cruz. Is that they're expecting Carlos Lagrange to make the team. I love that.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
why not?
concerns. No concerns for me with the but he's a starter.
Dude, no.
I don't care if
Yeah.
he's and they're making the comparison. And Ernie was saying this in our chat. That we were having just like, you don't want him to have like that short career. But I was like, but just from a stuff perspective, they're comparing him to you're listening to the fan.
With Dellin?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, dude, I was saying, like, you give me Dellin production,
As a
that's
starter?
unbelievable. No, as a
Out of the pen.
as a pen. Like,
Okay.
it's like he doesn't need to be a starter because we have Elmer,
Yeah.
Rodriguez.
That's what I was
that's
thinking.
gonna be a
That's what I was
starter.
thinking of for a second.
But you know what I mean, dude?
Yeah.
If he like, I know he's a starter, and like you're gonna want other starters to have, but like if he is in the bullpen this entire year and like dominates, over 100 strikeouts, throwing 100 miles. Don't you think it's like just fuck the starting? Like if you show that you could be that dominant as a reliever, he could be our closer next season.
Yeah, dude, for sure. Yeah, just have him up and put him in where he fits.
Right.
Don't worry about like the like minor little details with it. Like just put him in a spot to succeed. And I think he's gonna be great. He's gonna be great. The Boone is saying like we're excited about him for good reason. He's the number 79 prospect in MLB pipeline. So, dude, I mean, he's 6'7", 248 pounds. So,
Hey, Dellin,
Tall-
how are you?
tall-
That's
yeah,
why. That's
bro,
why there's that
wow.
comparison.
wow, exciting. That's really dope. That's really dope for us.
Yeah,
Ryan was 11-8, 3.53 ERA in 24 games.
and I believe
168 batters.
Yes, he was. Yeah, Corey had him last year. And I'm, obviously he's not gonna have him this year, especially if he's gonna make the team. But he did have him last year, and he's high on him. So
Yeah.
that's something to be excited about. You look at those Double-A numbers because he earned that promotion from Single-A, and he actually did better in Double-A. But 104 strikeouts in 78 and a third innings. And being 7-6 with a 3.22. I feel like that's great. And I think for years we've heard, and we get a little more of this back now, having Duvall, is the Yankees have locked high velocity in the bullpen. And I think sometimes that's resulted in us losing games because hitters gearing up for fastballs at 93, 95, it's a lot easier than 100. So I feel like that's also why I would love to see him in the bullpen.
For sure. And then Boone also said, I think back to when Dellin was at his best. Boone said Dellin was taller, 6'8", even a little different, but when he was on, you just see some consistently really bad swings against him. So I think Carlos has a very bright future. And Cashman apparently he gets calls on both those guys.
And is referred
Elmer
to
all the time.
them as young pups. As he was looking like
Correct.
a young pup strolling into spring training with his outfit.
What do? You gonna go play ball looking like that? Or, come on.
And then we had talked about this last week, but just thinking about options in the bullpen. Montero, we'll see how he looks in camp. And then I think at some point this year, barring again, we're just assuming that we're gonna have good health in the rotation, get the starters back timeline wise. I think Ryan Weathers is going to be lethal out of the bullpen already. I mean, here we are. We're in February, and they're saying I saw some videos of Weathers that he's hitting 98.5 miles an hour on his fastball, and there's talk that could get over 100. So he's going to start the year in the rotation with the injuries, to Cole and Rodon. But then to have that in the bullpen from the left side, have Legrand, and then to mix that, with Hill and Bednar and Cruz and Del Valle, I mean, you think about that. I mean, that turns all into, where people are very much so questioning the Yankee bullpen. That turns into a very, very obvious strength.
Yeah, especially with Legrand, dude. I'm just looking at his stuff right now, dude. Like stats.
Filthy.
Yeah, man. So that's really exciting, dude. And those two guys, I think specifically, X factors.
Yeah,
could be huge. Along the course of the season, and it'd be really dope if they actually started on the 40-man.
Yeah,
like
absolutely. I think Cruz is gonna start in AAA if I had to guess.
Fernando.
Yeah, and you know what? That's fine too, because you need starter insurance, and I think out of one of those guys, I mean, you'd like to have him as a starter because as the years go on, you're going to need some younger starting pitching. So I kind of think, that would be a good idea. So that's something exciting about it. And I forgot if we talked about this amongst ourselves or not, but I know I was talking to Chief and Ernie and Josh about this this past week. But not having, as it is right now, and even if we did have Escarda, he's left-handed, but not having a left-handed backup catcher. Do you think?
No, right-handed backup catcher.
That's what I mean. Yeah, right-handed. But do you think that we need one, or how do you view that?
Kind of, dude, because just it's the same thing. There's no variance there, so it doesn't. The catcher, no matter who's catching, is going to bat lefty.
Yeah,
and it's left-handed dominant as it is already. So they definitely should get a right-handed catcher
before
opening day.
The only thing I'm thinking is
a lot of time to do that.
I just hate wasting a roster spot, and I just feel like they're obsessed with Poole, batting against the lefties. So instead of benching Rice, he can catch. And Ben Rice, I like him as well as any. You know what I mean? I'd rather have Ben Rice getting those backup catcher at bats than having whoever you want to say getting those rep like a Sanger from the Mats, like somebody like that. It's like, you know what I mean? That's why it's like I think I can live with that. And I think too, we need to stop obsessing over lefty righty, stacking the lineup with right. Like it's just like you know what I mean? Like we go back to the wild card game
too much.
Having Jazz and Rice on the bench, like that doesn't make
that was smart
sense.
Dude. No, it was really good.
To do that, and I think somebody I just laid out.
But dude, the analytics said that, dude.
you want to bench Wells versus a left-handed pitcher. Like I'm all for that, and he has a chance to kind of redeem himself. But other than that, you don't want to sit Rice. You don't want to sit Bellinger. It's debatable if you'd want to sit Grisham. So that's why it's I don't. You know what I mean? I think it's just put your best guys out there. Stop tinkering with things. And then also, I think Ernie was saying this, but just the importance of having the same lineup instead of constantly shuffling it around, in terms of batting order. I mean, do you think that makes a big difference?
The order.
Yeah, the order.
Don't be out of order. No, dude. Yeah, but we were saying that last year too. That was a really a complaint for us.
Yeah.
Just too much, man. Too much. Different lineups all the time, and dude, no regularity. So, and I forget what, dude, because I had McPherson on
Saturday.
I forget where I was going.
Probably going to Frankie's, no?
Wait, yesterday was Saturday?
Oh,
No.
that was right.
I went
Oh,
there
Saturday.
yesterday.
I forgot what you even did Saturday. I thought you said you just chilled.
What the hell did I do?
I think that's what you said.
I
'Cause I
don't know,
remember
probably
asking
did some
you.
errands or whatever.
Go
But,
to Whole Foods. No, you definitely went to Whole Foods.
Yeah, I don't know,
Yeah.
something. But yeah, no, but that was a topic too that he was talking about was the catching thing because again, like you were saying though, it's you have Goldschmidt who can mash the lefties, and then you have Wells, Rice, and Ascara, all lefties, dude.
But I just feel like
Are
Ascara.
you kidding?
I don't. Even if he was right-handed, just get rid of Ascara. Like he can't
I know.
hit. Like we
No,
don't,
dude, yeah, but I mean, Jesus. So there's got to be some, and dude, they still have time to get a right-handed catcher. I don't know who that could be. Like
Yeah.
who's available, or like if it's a just pick up from the scrap bin, dude. Like I don't know. But it would be nice to have a right-handed catcher. But at the same time, I know what you're saying in terms of just having guys go out there and just put your best guys out there.
Well, and the thing that I don't like, and I'm just looking at this too. So you got
That can't be the reason that like you don't perform well. It's because the righty and the lefty.
Oh,
we didn't
yeah,
have
yeah.
We didn't have an equal amount of righties and lefties. Oh my
but you
gosh.
got Christian Vasquez, former Red Sox,
Sick.
Elias Diaz, former Rocky, Mitch Garver, that's kind of interesting, but I feel like his numbers have been bad the last couple of years, but he's always had power. And then Tom Murphy and Jacob Stalling. So not really anybody great.
John Ryan Murphy.
We'll
Is that what
see.
you said?
No, Tom, I think.
Oh, okay.
Tom Murphy. Yeah, Tom Murphy. So, and then also too, and I know we've talked about this a bunch, but one thing that like really aggravates me is the notion of like, oh, we need Dominguez and Jones to play every day. They're not gonna get the reps in the majors, so we're gonna start them in the minors.
Dominguez.
Don't you
Yeah,
think?
that's a whole
Well,
other
both
thing.
of them. Don't you think both? One of
Jones?
those guys. Yeah, one of those guys. I feel like
Yeah.
the right thing would to have them be the fourth outfielder.
Yeah.
And they get plenty of bats. I mean, right? Like if you had to give a cap for me, honestly,
Dude,
it's
have-
100 games that Giancarlo Stanton is going to play, right or no?
Yeah, maybe even less.
Right. So it's like, how is there not enough at bats for those guys?
There is, dude. It's they have keep Dominguez up.
Yeah, exactly. I know he's
Please,
younger
like-
than Jones, but he also has got
I really
more
would
major
love
league
to
reps.
see Dominguez work out here.
Yeah.
Like
No, and he
you know what I
can,
mean? And
but you gotta give him a chance.
Like Grisham, the outfit is going to open up next year. He's only
Yes.
22. Grisham will
Yeah.
be gone next year. Not to look forward to next year or anything, but like, dude, yeah. I mean, there's no reason to not try to make it work with him.
Right.
And dude, again, no, if it's a trade for Mr. Tatis, then
Fernando.
we'll see later.
Yeah.
But other than that, dude, like, yeah, I mean, he's such a touted prospect, and dude, he's solid, bro. He could play, he could hit, and he'll be better. He'll get better in the field. You got to give him reps, though. If you don't give him reps, he's not gonna improve. And he did make a couple nice snags in the field last year.
Yeah.
Center and mostly left.
Yeah.
But bro, I mean, yeah, he's got to be up. He's got to be the fourth outfielder.
yeah,
like,
no,
and
no-
Jones, dude, because I don't know, just Jones with the strikeout thing.
Yeah.
But that he could work it out. He
He'll work
definitely
it-
could work
I know
that
he's
out.
going to be good. I know he's going to be good. So
Oh, you know that?
I just know it. But yeah, I would say start him at AAA. And I'm just going to be so pissed if JP Ascara or a Tom Murphy is on the roster when we can have Rice who could catch, just to have those guys up instead of Dominguez. That's so ridiculous.
Yeah, don't do that just because
Um,
you need a right. Just to say you have a righty catcher. On the
And then
bench.
it
Like,
depends.
That's not the
I
reason to do that.
think these days, if I'm not mistaken, you have 4 bench spots. So that's what you got to think about. So we're thinking about the bench, and obviously Caballero and Volpe take up 1 spot. However, that's sliced, and then it's Goldschmidt, and then it's Rosario. So that only leaves 1 more spot if you're going to go with 4. But I think you do go with 4 because then you have the 9 position players. That's 13, and then you carry 13 pitchers. So it's like that spot would either be another catcher, Oswaldo Cabrera, or Jason Dominguez. I like the
But
idea.
you don't think Cabrera's gonna make it?
Well, but then I don't.
Because there's no room.
I actually am curious though if it has to be laid out that way. I'm gonna just look at this. What is the max?
Because it would be nice to have him.
Well, just because he can play everywhere.
And on the yeah.
But that's why you didn't need Paul. Paul,
Dude.
could you transition
Well,
to the coaching?
I think that's basically what he is obviously is gonna be.
What?
Without
right.
having the official.
But they're
title.
gonna want to
play
start
here
him
and there.
Yeah, they're gonna want to start him against lefties though, a good amount, I think. But that's
Well,
why
but-
you don't need the other catcher. Is my point.
Yeah. No, there's obviously so many ways that this could, you could work this out. But again, the main thing is just put the best guys out there.
And then, so basically it's 13 or 14 position players. So you could go with 5, which, I don't know, could be something that they
5
consider.
outfielders?
No, 5 bench players.
Okay.
And then you would only have 12 pitchers, right? 5 bench players, 14. Yeah, 12 pitchers, 26. So that's something they're going to have to, they're going to have to work out. But, I think the depth is there on the bench. So that's something that I like. Also something that's encouraging. I know you were a little turned off by him in Miami last year, but supposedly Jake Bird has been looking good in camp. No, that's what they're saying, though.
Yeah.
No, but see, that's one of those things. We can't be Josh, like, just because, he had a couple bad outings. I know it was terrible, but it's like, it was literally a couple, and then we never saw him again. So it's like, we can't just be like, it's over, he sucks. Mark. I just don't have any patience for this shit anymore.
I gotta go to the bank, dude. Trust me. No, that's fine. That would be great.
Yeah.
I'm obviously rooting for him to do well.
Yeah. But they're saying, quoting The Athletic here, Jake Bird was a trade disappointment. Now he's looking nasty early in spring. They're talking about the sweeper.
What about anything on Chiviri or whatever?
I wish I knew how to spell his name.
In Colorado.
I guess I could just search. Yankee reliever acquired from Yankee pitcher acquired from Colorado. Angel Chivilli.
Yeah.
So let's search that. Angel Chivilli.
I think that for some reason I feel like he could be.
Well, I mean, he throws gas.
Nasty. Like him and Duvall, kind of similar. No.
Yeah. I mean,
comp.
obviously, like just in terms of velocity.
Yeah.
Let's see. So this was 18 hours ago. MSN. Season preview with Chivali. Plenty of arguments to go around which pitchers in the bullpen should take which spots. And they're talking about Chivelli. Continue reading. And it's project from Matt Blake. And yes, fastball velocity 97.1. His fastball sat in the 88th percentile amongst major league pitchers last year. His slider is almost 91 miles an hour, whiff rate of over 45%, changeup 225 batting average, 42 and 0.6 whiff rate. But the fastball and slider were hit a lot last year. Opposing batters hit 366 against the fastball. But the slider, I guess they said, finished with an expected batting average of 202, so he had some bad luck. So basically, they're just saying if he gets the control down, hits his spots, he could go along like the reclamation project of Hill, Cruz, Hamilton, and Litke, what we've seen the Yankees do in the past. So, yeah, I think that's one of those things you really didn't give up anything for him, but he's an option. So that's the thing. I think with this team, and again, we talked about last night, Hal going the extra mile, all that stuff. The depth, I mean, I think there's no questioning the depth. At every position, I think we are deep.
Definitely deep. A lot of depth, which is nice, too, because, you can never have enough depth. And that'll work to your advantage.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Because if it's got to be next man up, then you have the capacity to do that.
And especially pitching. Like, I don't remember, just in terms of depth, like, having this much pitching ever. Like, all the options. There's going to be 5 guys in the minors that can't make the team because we have so many pitchers.
Yeah. Yeah. And, dude, now I'm just kind of thinking about having Larange
dude,
be a part of that pen, dude.
He is going to have a walk-in song within 2 months if everything they're saying about him is true. He's going to be the next
Betances.
Yeah.
But hopefully
longevity.
Longevity wise.
And what do you with Betances? Because I was talking about this with Ernie. It's obviously it's the easy, and if Tony's listening, he's outraged. But the thing to just say, the Mets fucked him. But do you think with him it was just a mechanics thing, or
yeah?
He's a big guy.
He might have been running up against it for him physically.
Yeah.
So
no, you know what's just tough though. He had that.
I loved him, dude. I remember
dude, he's my
watching
favorite
his debut
player.
at Eastern, dude.
My favorite
Against Boston. I was like, who is this?
The fact that, like, I mean, think about as a middle reliever, never was a closer. Obviously filled in occasionally, but to make 4 straight All-Star appearances and have 4 seasons of 100 strikeouts, that's crazy. And it all got out of whack because he had some shoulder problem. He comes back, and I'm sure you remember this. He's in Toronto, and he just hops on the mound and partially tears his Achilles in his first outing back from that injury. And
that
it
was
just,
wild.
It's
What
just
year
one
was
of those
that?
things.
2017? 16?
I feel like it was 16, if I had to guess. But it's just one of those things. If like he just didn't move his ankle a certain way, you have to wonder. It's like would everything have been completely different? But then the shoulder bothered him again with the
You can
mats,
only
but maybe he
wonder.
wasn't getting the right treatment over
maybe.
there. And Ernie also says
Maybe
the
he didn't
Mets
do enough
destroy
greenies
careers.
in
Yeah.
Queens
Yeah, that's true.
in the clubhouse.
But so I'm just hoping because we haven't really developed a bullpen prospect in a while either, like somebody that came through our system. So that would be just so exciting if Lagrange is that guy.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Um,
Dellin 2.0, but better.
yeah,
Like, man, what a dope addition.
yeah, yeah,
Rookie of the year.
yeah. No, it's definitely.
Imagine again with a pitcher.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Like, would that be the
crazy.
second time in 3 years?
Yeah, because they heal. And it's kind of interesting too.
Not to get ahead, too far ahead.
Of course, but also too, because I feel like we're kind of similar in this sense. But like you know how like last year Heel, he didn't really give us anything to be like too riled about. Like, I mean, there is a chance like he could actually look good because I feel like I know you probably think like me. Like I'm thinking like,
You think
dude,
he's washed
Yeah,
now?
exactly.
You do?
But I'm saying, like, imagine if he's like not even like that dominant thing we saw him when he was filling in for Cole, but just if he's like in between what he was last year and that,
Yeah,
that's
no,
gonna
that'd be
really
great.
good.
That'd be
you know,
dope. Yeah, that'd be dope. But I don't know, man, because
the control really is what the issue is.
yeah, and I think dude that the lat really must have been
a problem.
a problem because
So-
he just didn't have it. Like in 20.
He wasn't
24.
striking out anybody.
No,
know?
dude, no. Everybody made contact.
Yeah,
Um,
but
so I'm not. I don't know, man. Even in the rookie year, dude. To be honest with you,
well, no, it was
I-
after that first injury, but before that injury, he was like a Cy Young
yeah,
candidate.
yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
He was mowing people down. What White Sox? He had like 12 strikeouts. Or
I know.
something? I
I
remember
know,
that.
He was nasty, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have 100% really full confidence in him.
No. Neither
Despite
do
all
I.
that.
But I know how like me and you think, though. You know what I mean? Because like we're having this thought.
Like I
that
think about
he
him and
is-
Schlittler differently in terms of like the
Oh,
young,
of course. Cam, like
pitchers
we think he could
just have a
beat
lot more
the sky
confidence
is
in
the limit.
Schlittler.
No. But what I'm saying is, me and you, I feel like look at him because I really do feel like this, and I'm admitting I'm being a Mark, a Josh B, like almost as like
Oh, you can't do that.
trash. You know what I mean?
He's trash.
But that Heel is.
Right.
But it's like he probably isn't. It's not to say that he's like some top line starter. So it's just something that it's kind of nice that possibility is out there that he
Yeah,
could be
definitely.
serviceable.
No, definitely.
And he could because we have this influx of pitching.
Trade bait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? So
Mr. Tatis.
exactly. And then
I'm really hung up on that. I'm not gonna let that go. 'Cause no, I just see it in my mind, and I just
Yeah,
like, that would be so
but
sick.
it's like
Trade Bellinger.
It's like Chief with
Imagine.
Scooble and Skeens. It's like, just if it's in play, then we'll talk about it. But until then,
Right,
come on,
right,
come
right.
on.
Well,
No, I don't know
it'd be
though.
nice.
I have to say,
it's
like,
realistic.
it's only realistic. If
We
he's
could give them a good package,
right, but
for him.
they have to be
like a
willing
fair
To,
package.
they have to be willing to trade him.
and they're
That's-
in turmoil.
That's the whole.
They're going to
thing.
be going down the drain.
Um,
They have to sell the team and all that nonsense.
yeah, I mean,
So
yeah, but like you know what you know what I'm saying.
sell
though. We
off your
can't-
assets.
No, but
Send them over.
No, but we can't like. I just can't get really that into that though until it's
I
actually
know.
on the table.
No,
It's
no,
not
I know,
on the
I know.
table.
I don't
That's
even
just the
know. I
reality.
honestly no. I'm just
Yeah.
joking, but I there's no reason to think about that or talk about that because
Right.
it's dude. We're in spring training and
Yeah.
we got the guys we got and
Right. No, and I honestly,
should be-
because like
should be great.
Again, like the Joshes, and the Marks, just complaining here, complaining there. I like our roster. I really do.
Yeah.
Like we haven't played a game. You know what I mean?
No,
And
there's
I'm
no
not-
reason to be nervous about it.
And even this is how you know we have a good roster. Even Dave Rothenberg, who
Josh
can't
probably
say
losing his mind.
one good thing about the Yankees, said that automatically, just without even thinking about it, that they have a top 5 roster in the game. And you could argue that it's even better than that because obviously it stands out. Yes, the Dodgers are better than that. But everybody else, I don't feel, that there's something to be concerned about. So I think the roster is great. Obviously, yes, guys coming back from injuries, all that stuff has to go well. We know that, but the pieces are there in place. And I think we're going to have a really strong offense again. And
dude, having Bellinger as a part of that is huge.
And I think he's going to I have a feeling he's going to be better because like I think we talked about this with you yesterday, but
if he has a better year than he did last year, that's
because I'm trying to think if this was with you or not. Maybe it wasn't. I think I was talking about this column, but just the fact that Jazz and Cody were pushing for milestones at the end of the year and their numbers tailed off. So without that, I feel like the overall production, plus Jazz being injured, what if Jazz plays 150 games? He's probably going to go 40-40.
Yeah, he had that oblique.
So,
yeah, dude. I listen, like with Jazz, because that's one of the first things we were saying at the end of last season was as a part of the crew that you'd like to see go.
Right.
We both said we had both had Jazz in that
We
group.
saw you make that error.
Yeah, and you pissed us off. So,
But now that you're here, we're not Mark.
Right. No, yeah. And dude, he obviously is very talented. And you do like the swag and all that, but toe the line.
Right.
I just don't want don't let that nonsense get in the way, dude. Just come, be Yankee, play the right way. Dude, don't be so stoned when you're out there because, bro, I'm just saying, dude, like he's probably constantly ripped.
Yeah. It's like he could just torch it after the game. It's not that big of a deal.
Bro, like, that heads up play like that when against Toronto, when he took the extra, when he went home.
Yeah.
Because Jazz was looking around and just didn't think to look home. He probably didn't even know who was on base.
And how about this? Ernie
can't do that.
Ernie defending his fellow pop buddy here. Says relax on the Jazz critique, please. I feel like there's nothing that we were saying that's unfair.
Ernie, I'm not gonna relax.
He's ripped. He's ripped, Ernie.
Because
bro, that.
He's made some unacceptable error. Dude, what about the Miami game? Are you kidding? Stop. Listen, I'm saying fair points here. I'm not going out of my way to rip Jazz for no reason.
Right.
I think he's solid, but don't tell me that there's nothing to
brush up on.
And yeah.
Yeah. Because we
button up.
the 5-star tools are there. That's the whole thing. And like you said, you could wait to burn after the game. Like it's fine.
That's a problem.
And
it's a problem.
And it just focus wise. But then it's like you have the other side of things. He pretty much himself saved our season scoring from first on the Wells double against the Red Sox. So those are the things that make him so valuable.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's not. I'm glad he's on the team. I'm just saying there's a couple things. Like you got to figure that out.
And it's kind of funny.
You could
picture Judge with like the tip of the cap and like the you'll learn young fellow 6 minutes ago talking Yanks from Brian Hoke. Aaron Judge homering off a Lagrange 99.3 fastball. So I'm sure there was a tip of the cap.
Nice, dude.
But then how about this? I didn't know there was part 2 of this. Comes back another at bat, strikes him out on 3 pitches. Last pitch, 102.6 miles an hour.
Holy shit.
So
wow.
Are you listening to the fan?
What?
Dylan?
No,
I'm saying
yes.
Yeah. no. And also,
this is Dylan Patansis,
but Ernie,
WFAN.
Cody, I don't even think
Cody can smoke.
I don't even think he burns though. Also, he was just so much more focused last year. Yes, that one drop that he had game 3 against Blue Jays. Other than that,
but dude, think about the shoestring catch against the Mets.
Oh yeah, the Mets. That was. That's a catch that gets made 5% of the time. Cody Bellinger. Was just so much more consistent than Jazz. He didn't have those type of messes up. So that's okay. You know what I mean? It's like, I know it's like, oh, you like the swag and these ripped and stuff, but it's like sometimes like being ripped, like, isn't sick. Like
not when you cost us the game.
Yeah, when the game's on the line, like you don't need to be stoned. Like,
no.
Why not celebrate the win with a doobie, right? Or no?
Yeah. Like, in the clubhouse, you can
also not for nothing. Everyone thinks Cody's always high. He just always looks like that.
Yes,
look at him when he's fucking 10. Was he smoking weed then, or maybe even was 8 then?
Yeah,
Dude,
No.
when he had the virtual press conference when he resigned like,
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago, dude, it was so funny, bro, because it was a Zoom thing, and somebody would ask him a question. This happened a couple times. He was like, he would start answering it, and then he would go, "I'm sorry, what was your question again?" and the way, and obviously the way he looks, so which is funny. Everybody was saying like, "No, Bellinger doesn't smoke or anything," and then they would just keep playing like the. I'm sorry. And he said, like, the Zooms got me all, like, confused, like, all over the place. It's hilarious.
That is hilarious, honestly.
Play high, get high stats, you know?
Play high, get to high stats. You know, play high, get high stats.
Play high, get high stats.
I don't know. I just don't, there's just no reason to. You know what I mean? That's like the bullshit that someone would say, like, I pitch better when I'm hammered. Like, no, you don't. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to show up,
What are you, Babe Ruth?
be a professional for 2 seconds and just play the game. And I just feel like there were times where he was like that. And it cost us like that. And I know it was like a tough hop and a tough angle and whatever. But it's just like, I truly believe, again, there's no way to prove this, but that game 4 against the Blue Jays, if he fields that double play ball, I really think we come back and win that game. You know what I mean? And it's just like that completely killed the game. And it was just ridiculous.
A couple drinks before golf. Barnes isn't a professional golfer, though.
And I don't actually have a couple of drinks before golf that you ask. I might have a couple on the course, but honestly, a lot of times I don't. But yes, like a Josh B round, of course, or a Tony round, like you have to have like drinks on the course. Like that's just mandatory. I wouldn't say it helps to swing at all, to be honest. No. And I would never say to you, I need to drink to do well at golf. Like I've never felt like that. And my dad has always been big on, you know, he likes to like at Tashua, like go inside, have a couple of drinks after the game, after the round. And that's what he doesn't drink on the course at all. So usually when I play with him, or always pretty much, unless we have a tournament like I was at with Josh, where yes, we were drinking before the round. Those are the rare exceptions, and more of the norm is not drinking during the round. And I just feel like at the end of the day, too, yes, I'm not a professional athlete, so I just feel like my standard is different. This is the New York Yankees. We're talking about a 16-year title drought. It's like there's no time to rip it before the game and possibly make a mistake. Like, you could defend all you want, like, oh, I'm better this way, but there's nothing that backs up that reaction time could be a little off. You're just not as sharp. And that's not what we're paying you to do. We're paying you to do your job at the best of your ability. And there's no way that you could tell me that he's at his best of his ability when he's doing that. Because we've seen errors that happen, and it's like, there's no way that it was like, oh, you know, he was just thinking about something. Like, it's like,
Dude, he lost track of who was on base.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, dude, and they took full advantage of it.
Exactly. And it's so frustrating. Because he has all the talent in the world.
Yeah.
Like he
Just
really does. And I think if he plays his cards right, you know, this year, whether it's with us or somebody else, he can make himself a ton of money in free agency. I mean, he's in his 20s.
Definitely.
He's got numbers to pack it up. I mean, he has been a complete stud with the Yankees since he's been there. So if he stays healthy, keeps his head on straight, you know, doesn't make the mental mistakes, he is going to cash out.
And maybe it's with us.
Yeah, maybe it's with us.
If he's gonna be, you know, put that talent on full
but
display.
also, we need to see it in the playoffs, because that's one thing.
Yeah.
And I did mention, yes, scoring from first on that single. That was great. Other than that, though, let's be real. And he did have the home run to give us the lead in Game 3 last year against Toronto. But other than that, you look at the numbers. I mean, I could pull it up right now. I mean, I'm guessing he's hitting under 200 in the playoffs with us. That's one thing. It's like, and he talked shit. He talked about the Royals being lucky. And in the playoffs, Jazz Chisholm, besides a couple highlight plays, just in terms of his numbers, has not backed up the talk that he has done. You know what I mean? And it's like, you look at the playoff numbers, a 170 playoff hitter with a 543 OPS. So it's like we could talk about, you know, joints and all this stuff.
I
don't like, just, you can't do that. So, you know, maybe try it out, Jazz. I don't know. But all that being said, I do like him as a player. I just think, you know what it almost reminds me of with Jazz, like with the focus and stuff. It reminds me of Hal You know what I mean? Like just the way the organization is, the way the roster is, you're going 95% there, and you just won't do the extra 5% to take us over the top. It's the same thing. So, I hope we see, some improvement in that area. But I have to say, I mean, I am expecting just from a production thing, we'll see about the playoffs. But as far as the regular season is concerned, Jazz has a very high chance of having a career year this year. I think it does set up for that. And the biggest thing, he only played 130 games last year. His career high is 147. If he could give us like 150, 155, these are going to be some scary numbers. So, hopefully he's able to do that. And I have to say, after watching, and I don't know if you saw it on your end, I'm sure you'll look it up later if you haven't already seen it, but that Lagrange 102 thing is definitely getting me pretty pumped.
No doubt. I'm literally just opening up Instagram and they have it posted. It's the first post. Aaron Judge homers off Carlos Lagrange, 99-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah.
And then Carlos Lagrange strikes out Aaron Judge on 3 pitches. Last one, 100.
Yeah.
Is Judge not gonna have the high socks this year?
I did see that.
He's had the I know it's just spring training, but that's interesting.
Yeah, we'll have to see what he does. But like that, the only time that he had that look was his rookie year. Or not even his official rookie year, but when he first got called up, he had that look.
Yeah.
But other than that, he's always gone the high socks. So be interesting to see, if he switches that around.
I don't think he will. I think the Sox will be back.
Yeah, I would say so. It's just one of those things, I think it's worked for him. So why switch it around?
Right.
That's for sure. So we'll have to see. But really, other than that, I already talked about Weathers. And it seems like, Cole is looking good so far. I think he hit 96 on the gun already. And again, in February, coming back from Tommy John. And you know what I always wonder too? Because if he's throwing 96 miles an hour, it's February 16th. Opening day is, 6 weeks away? Is it like they're just guys coming back from these surgeries, and the same thing with Rodon, where it's like they could start on the roster opening day, but it's just extra precaution? Do you think that's what it is? Because it's like if you're able to hit 96 on the mound, like why would you wait 3 months? Like what are you doing in that time?
They just don't want to rush it back.
It's like very like
don't
kid
rush
gloves. Like that must be what it is.
Yeah,
because I always do wonder that. But that has to be, what it is. That's for sure. But yeah, that's really all the Yankee storylines. But yeah, I'm definitely pumped to watch that game on Friday.
Yep.
We'll see, who gets the start and who's going to play and all that. And then before we do the grid, just a couple storylines here around the league. Is Castellanos, cut by the
because he had a beer in his hand.
The Phillies because of the beer in his hand, and the Padres get him for the minimum. So that seems like a pretty good deal for them. Machado was lauding AJ Preller's job as the general manager for getting that done. So they're expecting him to play, a big role there. And I think that's a good bounce back candidate, a guy maybe sleeper for fantasy teams. So maybe me and Josh Beal draft him in our league. We'll see. And then, Harper kind of pushing back at, the offseason criticism from his DM, Dave Dombrowski, saying that.
I still have to see that video.
So I guess So what it is he said, it's kind of wild to me still that President of Baseball Operations, David Dombrowski, suggested in October that he's no longer an elite player. He said he wasn't motivated by the comments. He added he didn't understand why Dombrowski made his review of Harper's season and postseason. I don't get motivated by that kind of stuff. For me, it was kind of wild, the whole situation that's happening. I think the big thing for me was when we first met with this organization, it was, hey, we're always going to keep things in-house, and we expect you to do the same thing. So that didn't happen. It kind of took me for a run a little bit, so I don't know. It's part of it, I guess. It was kind of a wild situation. The exact quote of what he said was, can he rise to the next level again? I really don't know that answer. He's the one that will dictate that more than anything else. I don't think he's content with the year he had. Again, it wasn't a bad year, but when I think of Bryce Harper, you think of elite, one of the top 10 players in baseball, and I don't think he fit into that category. So just one of those things. Yeah, well, how does that really? I guess he was trying to motivate him, but it just, Harper's a guy. I think he got Girardi fired. I think he's a guy that probably doesn't take that type of criticism well. But I will say he says it doesn't motivate him. But I would say if Bryce Harper is going to play 160 games this year, watch out. He could have a career year. And I think the Phillies are motivated. They got the band back together. They added Adolis Garcia, Schwarber back on the big contract. So we'll see what happens. Also, one other Yankee thing I forgot to say is Boone said no limits for Judge for spring training, and there's 9 games before he leaves for the WBC. They're expecting to play him 4 out of 5. No issues with the elbow. So, that's obviously what you want to hear. And then, that's really it. Kevin Biggio, who was non-tendered by Toronto, joins Houston, which is obviously where his dad played. So those are really the storylines. And obviously, as we get closer to Friday, I'm sure there'll be more news in baseball. And one thing I just wanted to see, Michael, I saw you pull up the grid. It's kind of one of those things. Oh, they had this stat category. Go to the previous. I just want to see if yesterday's is better because I don't know. Me and Tony always get tight about those. So I guess it would be 1050. Try that one. Yeah, that's just what I mean. Give me teams, Michael. What stats and like Negro League players? Like I'm not up to date with that stuff, Because I'm saying I wasn't around to see it. Like I know Jackie Robinson, he's gonna be 1,000%, but who else do I know?
No, I agree. It's tough.
But yeah, if we could strike up the music, and do another edition of the Magnetic Grid already. It seems like it was only a couple of days ago, but it just seems like we haven't done a grid in forever. And I think in honor of Tony, to start out, first one here on the docket. So top left. Brad Hand, always a Tony favorite.
I thought you were going to start with the Mets.
Oh,
when you said in honor of Tony.
No, he just has like his players that he likes to pick.
To throw out there, yeah.
And the guy that I could mention too, that is a Tony favorite on these grids, so right below Hand there is Ahmed Rosario, current Yankee but former Met, AM EST Rosario.
They've always loved Rosario.
And then we have Cleveland in the Mets. Let's just think about that one for a second. I feel like there's probably so many guys here with this. I don't know if it's him. Who am I thinking of that he always says? I don't know. Is it Marisnik? He always says Jake Marisnik. I don't know if he wasn't on Cleveland. It wasn't. Cologne technically, but I feel like that might be high.
He's high.
Oh, is he high? And Sheffield didn't play. I don't think Henderson was on Cleveland. Other guys, pitchers, not Kluber. Other bullpen, not Kimbrel. I could try Bart, but I'm just concerned that it could possibly be a little high, but I guess I could just see here. Okay, that's fine. Cologne, right under Rosario. You ever mess around with the grids or?
Nah,
which
not
Cologne?
Really. I don't
Bart.
think so.
Cool. It's fun though, honestly.
No, it is. It's cool. Dude, the first time I feel like I saw these things were, I think at Easter.
Really? I didn't know how long they've been around. Forever and ever. And then we're probably gonna move around a little bit here, Michael. But if we could do bottom right, David Robertson, just retired.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Former Yankee Robertson.
Dude, I didn't even realize how many teams he was
Oh
on, bro.
yeah,
What
yeah.
the
At the end,
fuck?
he really started
Bouncing around,
playing
dude.
on a bunch of different.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
No, but I mean, he's one of the best setup guys I think in league.
If he were to be a Hall of Fame, what hat do you think he'd wear?
Oh, Yankees definitely, because the title.
Yeah.
That's definitely what cemented it. That's for sure. All right, let's see here. So we got the Rockies and the Dodgers. And then Texas. It's not Hayward. It technically is Beltre, but is that going to be high? 15%. And then Kimbrel wasn't there. I don't think it was Wetlands. Let me just.
Who are you looking for?
So it's Texas and
Washington
Dodgers.
or LA?
Mets. Mets and Rockies too. Other guys. It's not Bay. What's it? I don't think Dotel. Oh, it is Dotel. Okay. Bottom middle, Michael. Octavio Dotel. There we go. And then I guess because I don't have another one. Dodgers and so middle right, Adrian Beltre. Okay. And I think actually above that can be Nathaniel Lowe. Let me just make sure. Yes, Nathaniel Lowe. E. There we go. Yeah, he actually played against the Yankees with the Red Sox last year. Okay, so two more. We got the Rockies. This and that.
The Yankees, baby.
Yeah, why can't it just be Yankees on here, you know?
It should be. You should be able to pick.
Yeah, and also, like a Josh B and Ernie, like, you don't have anything for us here? You know, I mean, geez. All right, Dodgers, Rockies. Let me see. I don't think.
I knew Matt was gonna shut the door.
Oh, it's. Dodgers, Rockies. Who else? Is it your maybe Uribe actually? Is it Uribe? Yes. Okay. Juan Uribe, Dead Nuts. You want me to just open it for him so it's set?
No, I'll
you got it.
him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then okay, last one here. Rockies and the Nats. Thinking about guys back in the day, and I don't think. No, not him. Other guys that the Rockies have had. It's not. I can't believe though. It's like I feel like Ernie just retired from the grids at this point. It's not Hampton. It's not Vlad. It's not Papelbon. Is it Orozco? No. It's not Giambi. Oh, but maybe, okay. Castilla? All right, so you could do, let me just make sure on this. Vinny Castilla. %, nice. 39, Michael. Not bad, huh?
No, not bad when you do it by yourself.
Yeah, and then you don't have anybody, all the loyal listeners helping, right? That usually makes it go by a little quicker, but we go
to the gridiron.
To the gridiron, yeah. No.
This song is way better.
So
No.
Yeah.
Colts Hall of Fame. Dwight Freeney. Oh, and then I wonder if this should be updated. I hope that it's not a popular one. Okay, yeah, Roger Craig for Niners Hall of Fame.
Roger.
Hey, Roger.
What are you doing, Raj?
Roger, right? And then right below him, Dan Fouts. Okay, and let's see what we got here with the Colts and the Patriots. Let's see. Yeah, Colts, Patriots, Stephon Gilmore.
Stephon.
There we go. Okay, now we got to think about the Niners and the Patriots. That's definitely Kendrick Bourne, and that's Bourne. Okay, now we got Patriots and the Chargers. Let's see. Obviously, Seau. Oh, but Flutie is a good one. So Doug Flutie. Okay, 6%, not too bad. Now we just got the middle column. Thinking about the Chargers here. I feel like I'm always done for Madden. I definitely should know this. Let me just see here. Okay, it's not him. Cameron. Easton Stick, Chargers, one team. Chargers. They're on the bottom. There we go. And then the one team with the Niners. Thinking about running back. Obviously, you got McCaffrey. You got Kittle. I'm trying to think who their tight end or backup quarterback is. Who's the kicker? Backup quarterback, Niners. Mac Jones. Defensive players. Colts as well. Oh, Colts. Yeah, we could do so top middle there. Alec Pierce. Okay, and then we just got to do the Niners. I'm trying to think about who they recently drafted.
Was Colin Kaepernick only there?
Yeah, but everyone's gonna pick that. Trying to think about guys on the team now. Oh well, actually, we could do Brandon because he hasn't been traded yet. Ayuk. It's AIY. All right, 68, not bad. And then we get Michael in the mix. He takes his basketball and Matt, but he takes his basketball very seriously. Like he's telling me, no, that's not good enough.
Nah.
Let's go.
So we get riled for that. So kind of a little different. The 10,000 boards is a little crazy, but we'll be okay. For the Sixers, though, we could do Dwight Howard with the 10,000 boards, 4%, which is nice.
Wow, nice.
Michael appreciates that. Hey, he hasn't turned me down yet on the answers. All right, let's see what we got here. So, the Heat and the Bulls.
I mean, Wade, it's probably high.
Yeah. Thaddeus Young, a Tony favorite, is Bulls Sixers, Michael, at 4%.
Okay, I like that.
Nice.
That'll
nice.
do. That'll do.
That'll do. Pete.
That'll do, eh?
Bulls Sixers, Thaddeus.
Yes. All right. So let's see what else we got here.
We could do. Matt's gonna remember this one. He's gonna like this one. Ready for this?
Yeah.
PJ Brown.
Wow. There we go, Michael.
For
Bulls Heat.
Yeah. Wow.
No shit, eh?
PJ.
Haven't heard that name in a while.
No, I'm not.
Let's see. Cleveland and Heat. It feels like there's a lot of guys there, but I don't know why.
Mario Chalmers? Did he play on Cleveland ever?
No. Is it Capono?
Oh, that could be a good one.
Ooh.
Jason Capono?
Yes. 0.3,
That's
Michael.
a great one.
Yeah,
Dude,
you remember
nice.
the three-point
Nice
shootout.
Yeah.
Of
He
course.
won multiple times.
Yeah.
Multiple times, yeah.
Once with the Heat, I think with the Raptors, too.
Yeah. And I think in the middle, we could do one of Michael's personal favorites, Mount Drummond.
Oh.
Wow. Wow.
All right, let's think here. Do you know what was Jay Crowder? No, okay.
Jay Crowder for who?
No, I was thinking he was on the Cavs, but he was. All right, he was on. No, the Hawks. That's what I meant. The Hawks, but he's not. He wasn't.
No.
What happened?
What,
You
dude?
did something by accident, or you thought Howard had the rebounds?
No, I didn't.
Now you're forced into back channels.
Juwan Howard. No.
It's the NBA. We take it seriously. I have all the answers on my screen.
And Shaq, obviously.
Yeah, Shaq's
Yeah.
Alonzo
I
Mourning.
thought no, Mourning didn't. I was surprised by that. Yeah.
one.
Bosch? No way.
Kevin Willis, maybe. Hold on. Let me see.
Bam's not there yet, right?
Nope.
No, he's never gonna.
Never
No,
gonna
I don't
make
know.
it.
He might. Let me X out of that.
Shit.
Share screen. Make it a grid.
And I could read them off, Michael.
Yes,
if
if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah. So starting left to right on the top.
We're getting no help. either.
First one,
Comments.
yeah, Josh
Oh,
B.
wait.
Honestly, it's like you don't have a lunch break. I mean, come on.
Top left.
Yeah, PJ Brown,
Okay.
and then Jason Capono, and then next row. So left to right here. Or yep.
Just
and
'cause
then
I remember.
and then Thaddeus. And then Dwight for the 10,000 boards. And then let's see what else we had. Let's see.
You had Dwight.
Oh, well, I think Cavs and Hawks. Damn it. Corver's 37.
I was just thinking that, bro. It's funny you say that.
And Lou Williams wasn't on the Cavs, I don't think.
I don't think so.
I was thinking it was Mo Williams, but he wasn't on the Hawks. Obviously, Lou.
What about
was on-
Damon Jones?
Damon Jones, I feel like was on the Heat and the Hawks. Let's see here.
No, Cavs Hawks. Maybe. I don't know.
No, he was on the Heat. Jones, go to prison. He Cleveland, but he was not on Atlanta. Okay. Other guys with the Hawks. Trying to think
Hawks and Bulls.
about Hawks and Bulls.
Yeah, you guys said Corver, but it's too high.
So, well, that was for Cleveland, but Corver wasn't on the Bulls, right?
Yeah.
Really? Sure.
Huh?
The Tony facetious.
I'm pretty sure he was.
And let's take a look. Corver, who was drafted by the Sixers. You're right. You're right. Just put him there. Who cares?
go, dude.
I can't tell what the percentages, but we're just gonna trust it.
Nice.
23.
All right, better than 37.
Michael Jordan.
No doubt.
Yeah. Okay, so Cleveland Hawks. Can't believe I swear Mo Williams was on there, but he wasn't. Okay, not Eric Snow. Varejao wasn't on the Hawks, was he?
I don't think so. What about Ilgauskas?
Or Antoine Jameson? No.
Schroeder?
Schroeder.
Schroeder.
I'm pretty positive on that. Let me just double check. That's a good call, Michael.
Thank you.
We know he was drafted by the Hawks.
Was he ever on Cleveland, though?
No, that's what we're saying. He was on Cleveland.
Nice.
6%.
Nice.
Nice.
So now we just need the rebounds.
I was thinking there's an old school player.
Manit Bol.
No, for 10,000 for Heat.
For Heat, old school, not Morning.
Kevin Willis, I believe.
Willis.
I remember he played like a year or two there.
Huh.
21.
Yes, 3%. Michael.
Let's go.
There it is.
Nice.
When you play over 20 seasons and like all you do is rebound, you got
Yeah. I'm just trying to think. So Bol definitely just didn't play long enough.
Bobo?
No, Manute.
Oh. I was like, dude.
Probably not.
I don't know how long he played, but I don't think he was like that type of rebounding guy.
No, yeah, he wasn't. Not Josh Smith. Not Pachulia.
Oh, I love Josh Smith. I love those teams.
Yeah, I know.
Those
I
teams
know.
were sick.
And
Like
then
the 06.
they had Herder,
Yeah.
too.
Jeff Teague,
Yeah, Jeff Teague.
Joe Johnson,
Joe Johnson.
dude.
Al Horford.
Couldn't get it done.
Couldn't get it done.
Let's see here.
Atlanta and 10,000 boards.
Just,
Kembe. He's played for the Hawks ever?
yeah, he did.
I don't think he
And-
did it though.
He did, but he's 49%.
Golly, dude.
I know the Hawks had an old school player that was like nice, but I can't. He's got to be like 100 years old right now.
No, I looked it up because I'm not going to get it, and there is a guy. He played in the 50s, though.
Is it like a basic name? Right?
Yes.
For the Hawks and 10,000?
And his last name, I know Tony always like makes fun of me for these type of things, but his last name is the same, even though it's spelt different. It's the same as a pitcher that was part of the Yankee dynasty years that we love.
Bob Pettit.
Yep.
Bob Pettit.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
There's
hilarious.
Michael. There he is.
Yeah, dude. Let's go.
He played in the 50s.
Unbelievable.
7%.
And 7%.
55.
55. Not too shabby. You know,
Yeah, no, that's
Especially
great.
with
I think we did good.
with everybody acting
No,
like we
really
don't
good,
exist
really
over
good.
here with
Yeah,
the help.
ridiculous.
But whatever. We still love you all. Y'all, as Josh would say. So just a couple things that I just wanted to mention here on the way out. The golf. I watched a ton of the coverage. Pebble Beach was awesome. Nance on the call. And the weather actually turned out great. They moved up the tee times on Sunday, yesterday, obviously, because there was a lot of rain in the forecast. We didn't get that, and it was actually more sunny than usual. There's a little rain at the tail end of the round on Saturday. But there was a couple storylines. One, Colin Morikawa, his 7th overall PGA Tour win, but his first in over 800 days. Hugged his wife after, and they both announced that they're expecting a child, I think in like a month, so they're excited about that. And him to just, the 2-time major champion, to get the monkey off his back, get back in the winner's circle. He's already in the top 10 in the world, but just hasn't closed, so it was good to see him do that. Had an outstanding approach shot on 18 there at Pebble Beach. First of all, went 3-wood off the tee, curved it into the right, and then had a nice shot in, but there was a delay on the green. The high winds, the ball in the group in front of him wouldn't stay after it was marked on the green because the winds were so high. So he had almost 30 minutes in between his tee shot and his second shot. It's a perfect shot right in there to get a tap in for birdie to give him the win, 22 under par. So a great tournament from Colin Morikawa. Minwoo Lee also had a great tournament. He tied for second with Sepp Straka, who, with an eagle on 18, was able to get that tied for second. That was impressive. The boss calls during the grids. I mean, Josh, I got to talk to this guy, honestly, because I'm going to get a little pissed.
Yeah, go talk to him.
It said he spent 3 weeks yesterday. It feels way longer than that. What a performance by Scotty Scheffler as well. Opened with even par 72. Closed yesterday with a 63. I think he was tied for 85th after the first round. And same thing. Ends up closing with a 63. A tremendous performance. 3 eagles for Scotty on his round yesterday. First time in his career he's done that. So he has to settle with a tie for 4th. But that remarkable streak, I believe it's 18 straight tournaments inside the top 10, is just ridiculous. And would we all not be surprised if he wins next week at the Genesis Invitational at Riviera? We'll see. Ashke Bahatia blew it 5-stroke lead on Saturday. Has to settle for a tie for 6th. Also, a guy to watch out for, maybe winning a major this year. The next Japanese phenom, Ryo Hisatune, been near the top of the leaderboard all these tournaments this year. And he had quite the performance. 67 to finish tied for 8th with Lowry, Echevarria, Jake Knapp, and Jacob Bridgerman. It felt like it was me playing golf out there. On 18, his approach shot goes onto the beach. And the interesting part is a lot of times on a course, that would be out of bounds. He plays it on the beach, and his chip up from, the green's up here, he's down here, hits a rock, goes sideways into the water, and then he has to drop up top and ends up saving bogey. One of the most impressive, just kind of bogey saves I've ever seen. So he finishes tied for 8th. And Hideki Matsuyama, the heartbreak of losing that playoff last week at the Waste Management, finishes 18 under par. And then other than that, strong performance from Ricky Fowler, slides into a top 20 at tied for 19th at 15 under. And then Rory McIlroy, PGA Tour debut this year, 17 under par, opened with a 68, closed with a 64. I'm sure we'll see him near the top of many leaderboards this season. And that was pretty much it. Jordan Spieth, had a Spiethian performance. Great start to his week. Kind of bottomed out to an even par 72 yesterday. Tied for 29th, but did get a sponsor's exemption into this week's Genesis Invitational. Justin Rose has had a good start to the season. Top 5 in the FedEx. 11 under par, tied for 37th. Ludwig Gobert has struggled and finished 11 under, tied for 37th. So at least a step forward there with how he played this week. So that was really everything in a nutshell. But I have watched a ton of these tournaments. I think more so than usual, just because of the Olympic break. So all weekend. I mean, this was kind of marquee television. That's for sure. So I enjoyed that. We'll talk about the Genesis Invitational on Wednesday. Also, shout out Anthony Kim. Won his first golf event in 15 years. Used to be on the PGA Tour. Personal issues, an Achilles injury. Didn't golf for 13 years. 40 years old. Beating Bryson and John Rahm in Australia yesterday. So that was a big story over social media. And then the last order of business here, UConn men's basketball on Saturday, beating Georgetown, you could say by the skin of their teeth, 79-75, an important win with a fight-mauled win for the Johnnies at MSG, at Providence over the Friars. There was a big brawl there, some suspensions. But the Huskies holding pace, holding on to that number 1 seed in the Big East for the Big East tournament. 24-2, 79-75 over Georgetown. And in that win, Alex Caravan becomes the all-time winningest player in UConn history. He had 18 points. Second on the team in scoring with Solo Ball, who's really starting to heat up, get that 3-point shot down. He had 20. And Silas DeMarie Jr. was 1 assist shy of a triple-double. 15 points, 12 boards, and 9 assists. So UConn, kind of getting near the stretch run here. But it was good to, bounce back from that St. John's loss. And they're positioned, I believe, better than any team in the country. I know Arizona's been number 1. They just lost, and people are lauding Michigan. They almost lost to Northwestern, but we'll see. Huskies back in action at home against Creighton on Wednesday. And then other than that, I don't really think, there's really any other big sports news. It's Tariq Hill today, released by the Dolphins.
Right before the show.
Yes, right before the
That's
show.
pretty big.
Yeah. I think he's got another year or two left. I know that was a terrible injury. He's still gonna come out guns a-blazing.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm gonna predict he goes back to the Chiefs.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
We'll see if that happens.
I don't know why they ever let him go.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
Well, no, it was him.
So
No, he tried to say it.
He's an idiot.
It was because he wasn't getting the ball, and that's why he wanted to leave. And that year that he said that, he had 1,500 yards receiving. Yeah, they're not really throwing me the ball anymore. Oh, Tua is the most accurate quarterback I've ever played.
Right.
Oh, so you guys won a lot of playoff games together, right?
Tua doesn't even know where he is.
And then I don't know why Steve Cohen said there'll never be a captain when I own the Mets. Who cares? I shouldn't even have read it, but I did see it on
Why?
ESPN. Why? Mark.
No, that's such a Met thing, dude. That's so stupid.
It is. And then
why don't you want to have a captain?
And then lastly,
nobody's worthy.
The only 2 noteworthy college basketball games tonight. Duke, 20.5-point favorites at Cameron Indoor over Syracuse. How the mighty have fallen. Melo playing well. I think he needs another year probably before he enters the NBA draft.
Definitely.
But Syracuse is falling apart. Michael.
Junior?
Boeheim, I guess, right? They have.
Is he still the coach?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They're on their second coach since then.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I think he probably retired 6-7 years ago.
Yeah,
probably?
something like that.
Yeah.
And then a power matchup. Houston and Iowa State, 2 versus 6. That's at 9 o'clock in ESPN. So doubleheader. Duke at 7. Houston and Iowa State at 9. And then USA men's moving on, second round of the hockey. And I think their next game is Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. But they put the beat down on Germany yesterday. And the whole key is going to be
beat your ass.
what's going to happen when they play Canada. What did Corey say?
Corey said, I 100% need to drink to just get through the round. Where's the bar cart, ladies?
That's hilarious. But I can attest. I've shared many carts with Corey over the years on the golf course, and I would say yes. The drinks are needed out on the course. That's for sure. That was funny though. But yeah, other than that, fellas, I feel like another great show in the books. And did it not fly by?
No doubt. What did we almost have 2 hours?
Yeah, hour 45.
Well, I mean, I think it was an hour and 30 of Yankee talk.
Probably.
Basically.
Wait, hour 25?
Yeah, a while. Definitely a while.
But that's
No, dude, I was just thinking on the way here, bro. Like we're this is, we're getting in the groove now. Like
Yeah, it's dope.
I'm it's so dope just being here.
I know.
Yes.
It's dope having you.
It just goes back like the last 5-6 years, dude. Like, and then wasn't here for a while. I couldn't with whatever. But this is dope.
well,
Yeah. it
and
is.
dude, I just feel like it's that time now.
It is.
right,
it's
with
turning
baseball
to,
around the corner.
Like yeah.
And in
Spring.
it, you know, it's just
Yeah.
great because,
Summer.
like, you
Yeah,
mentioned
exactly.
how,
Exactly.
it was tough for you to get here on shows, work and stuff. But just that whenever you did, though, it was always just a seamless transition back. And now it's
Yeah,
sick
dude,
that,
I mean,
around
it's
the
coming.
corner
Like, yeah,
this
yeah, it's
summer,
coming. It's
there's
coming.
going to be a lot of regular apperances.
Yeah.
Tony
Yep.
is going to have a tough time with
Oh
all the
my
Yankee talk
God.
this summer.
We're gonna have a fucking. It's gonna be a Yankee beatdown.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Where's Tony? He's outside hanging by his shorts.
Oh my God! But yeah, awesome. Always great having you here, Matt. And
dope, dope.
and it's just been a great time between Friday and then today with the three of us. So good stuff. But
It's been dope.
That's really where we're at. But we really appreciate everybody who tuned in today and continues to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page. Tony Michael, Renee, and Jay in costume. The merch is DowntimeTV.com. Well, everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games, and we will see you. Mañana.
That was sick.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.